Hello, everybody, and welcome. Yes, indeed, it is time for Be Encouraged, our 4:30 every single day, Monday through Friday, 4:30 p.m. We have Be Encouraged is our afternoon program, and of course, we have it at 11 o'clock every morning. That's a new time, by the way. So, yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves, folks.
Check this.
Well, hello, everybody, and I have my good buddy, Laura, and he's here with us, but our guest is having some problems with her Wi-Fi. Oh, there she comes back in again. So hopefully everything will be good. Tora, why don't you introduce our guest, please?
Sure. So today I'm very excited to introduce my good friend, Signe Fredericks from the Herndon Town Council and also with the Rotary Club. I got to know Signe a couple of years ago when I started volunteering for various nonprofits and campaigns. She's a wonderful community advocate. I'm excited to have her on to talk about the awesome work Rotary Club is doing in the community.
Well, there she is. She's working to get on. Signe, can you hear us?
I can now. Yes, I can't, and I can see you, but I can't. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Hi,
we
guys.
can't
How
see
are you?
but until you can get that going, that's fine. We can just chat. Tora, thank you very much, sir.
Norris.
My pleasure to have you on all the time. We'll have you back on about 4:45 to introduce our next guest. Okay.
Right. Talk to you later.
Sounds great. Thank you, buddy. All right, Signe. So we can't see you, but I'm not terribly upset about that. Let's talk. Signe Friedrich, ladies and gentlemen, is from Herndon, Virginia. She sits on the town council there in Herndon. Herndon is a town, by the way, not a city, and that's a whole bunch of semantics to that, but we won't have to get into those. She also is one of the people that's part of the Rotary Club in Herndon. And I think let's start right now with that. Signe, tell me about the Rotary Club and what you guys are doing in the town of Herndon during these times that we're in.
So the Herndon Rotary Club is a weekly club. We meet every Wednesday morning, and our mission is service above self. So our goal is to help our community, to help our country, and to help the world. And we are a nonpartisan international organization. There are Rotary clubs all over the world. And Herndon's local Rotary is an old club. It's been around since I think I want to say the 40s or the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And we've done a number of things over the years. We provide scholarships for high school students. We volunteer at the Herndon Festival. We do a bunch of things. The main problem with the Herndon Rotary Club is that it meets at 7:30 in the morning. And some of us are night owls or have schedules that are, not conducive to that. I myself am a night owl kind.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we developed a little offshoot group, and it's meant to be more flexible, to allow opportunities for people to volunteer in the community and do good without having to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning or earlier to get here. So we meet on Thursday evenings, and our mission right now as a small group of people, the main club is the big club that meets in the morning, but our evening club, once a month, we do a volunteer project that is something we can get our arms around. It's not a huge project that's ongoing for, months and months.
Yeah.
But because of the coronavirus, we haven't been able to meet. So we're missing that social component.
Mm.
And it's been hard for us to do things that will benefit the community. So, for example, we used to go to the closet and help out and sort clothes and so forth. But some of us have, immune system problems
Yeah.
or older. A lot of us are older, although not in the evening club so much. So what we're doing is doing food drives, and we're doing them once a month, and we'll do them for any local charity. Last month, we supported Cornerstones and Link. Both of those focus on people who are experiencing homelessness and people who are experiencing food insufficiency. So we collected diapers, we collected food, we collected toilet paper, we collected a whole bunch of wonderful stuff. This time, we're working with a local smaller group called Food for Neighbors.
Right. Tell me about that new Food for Neighbors. What does that entail, and how did that get started?
So that's a newer group, and I think they're 2 or 3 years old. They may be older, don't quote me on this. And they support school-age children and their families. So they provide those snacks and backpacks that the kids can take home. And the food in them is necessarily doesn't have a lot of preparation involved. All you really need is a microwave or some boiling water to make the food.
Sure.
So we have a list that I put out on Facebook of desired foods, and they involve things like oatmeal packets and stuff like that.
Ramen.
Yep. Mac and cheese, granola bars, fruit juice, stuff like that. And we're going to be out this coming Saturday. So the 25th from 9 to 1 over in the Weird Brothers. Do you know where Weird Brothers Coffee is?
No, I don't. I'm not that familiar with Herndon. I used to have a friend that lived there, but I never really got a chance to get up to Sterling and Herndon in that area very often.
Well, we have this extremely cool business park that's right off the Fairfax County Parkway.
Okay.
And it started off, I think, as warehouses and places like that, but it's developed into this business incubator. And it's wonderful because there's, used clothes, there's, dance studios, there's all kinds of really cool small businesses. And one of them is Weird Brothers, which is a coffee roastery. And it was founded by 2 brothers who lived in Herndon. And they do a lot of work with charitable organizations. So they're letting us use their parking lot and providing free coffee for the volunteers. And we're just going to stand out there and collect whatever people come by and drop, off.
Okay. Where's that again? Tell me again so people know.
So it's Sunset Business Park. It's right off Spring Street or Sunset. What is it? Sunset Hills or Sunrise Valley?
Sunset Hills.
Sunset Hills.
Right across the street from each other. Yeah.
I mean, it's right. If you know if you are a Herndon person who's listening, it's right near the Dunkin' Donuts and the Hoo Boy Chicken, which is another fabulous little business there.
I think I've heard of Hoo Boy. Yeah.
It just took off like crazy. Hoo Boy is, I think is it Nashville chicken or Memphis chicken?
I don't have any idea. I just heard it. I'm not a big fried chicken fan, but I've heard good things about Hoo Boy.
Yeah, I'm not a big fried chicken fan either, but I'm now very tempted because it's right across the street.
Right.
Anyway, so we're going to be outside of Weird Brothers, and it's going to be, I gave you all that stuff about the morning and the evening club, but we do a lot of projects as a group because we all like each other. We all share the desire to help the community. So we're the president of the morning club will be there. He's also the president of the evening club, but we don't really rely on him too much. But he's going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. His name is Rudy Tessara, and he owns the Champion Auto Body, which is right off Route 606.
Oh, okay.
Great guy. So that's what we're doing, and
that sounds awesome.
Fun. Yeah.
What else is going on in Herndon that people need to know about? And so people who are residents and or not residents in Herndon.
Some great stuff. We have outdoor dining all over Herndon right now because we sort of suspended the regulations. I mean, everybody has to have a license and has to have an ABC license, but you can sit outside in the sun and
Yeah.
chat with your buddies, which is something that Herndon has really, really needed. So we've taken the opportunity during the COVID pandemic to, loosen things up a little bit and
Mhm.
have a little bit more fun. So,
Mhm.
if you want to come out and sit in front of, Green Lizard or Sully's or the Mediterranean Breeze and just have a beer or a glass of water, whatever it is that you like to drink.
Well, where could I meet you?
Well, you can usually find me at the Green Lizard having a
That's
smoothie.
I
but-
was thinking about that. I was like, I like the sound of that. Green Lizard.
Yeah. Do you
Interesting.
know what they are? That's
No.
a cycling shop. It's
Oh,
a
really?
cycling shop and espresso bar. Yep.
Sweet.
So you can, I
Sounds like
know.
fun.
You
Yeah.
can go in, hang out. Everybody's there in the morning. So if, go to one of our independent coffee shops, both the Green Lizard and the Weird Brothers, you're going to see all kinds of, regulars hanging out there, just catching up.
Yeah.
We also have a tea shop, which is very cool. It's called the Eldon Street Tea Shop, but it's actually on Pine Street because this is Herndon and that's how we do stuff. Best tea you'll ever have.
That's funny. That's funny. The Eldon Street.
They were originally going to be on Eldon Street.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Signy, is there anything else you want to tell our viewers and about what's happening in Herndon or what else you're doing there?
Just that we have a great community. I've mentioned about 43 businesses just while we've been talking, and that's because they involve themselves so much in the community. They give so much, and they are wonderful, wonderful people. So, we have arts businesses. We have a studio right on Eldon Street. We have a fresh juice bar. All kinds of good stuff happening. We're trying to, keep it together during COVID, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. We have a wonderful staff. So
fantastic.
All right.
Fantastic. You guys staying on top of people wearing masks and stuff when they're outside and around close proximity and stuff?
Well, it's we are not really the what's it called, the enforcement hand.
I know.
But I think people are being really pretty good.
Careful.
I mean, they're good people. The problem is when you have a glass of wine or something, your inhibitions.
Well, I know
go down and you think, hey.
But I heard that wine will enhance your immune system. That's what I heard, anyway.
That's what we like to tell ourselves.
Yeah. That is not an official statement by me, and I'm not a medical professional, so please don't go with that. It's good. Well, listen, Signy, it's a great segue because we're about to have on Sierra Feathers, who's a entrepreneur and business owner herself, restaurant owner, and we're about to have her on. And we want to say that thank you very much for coming on with us. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. And again, if something comes up in Herndon you want to promote, please, by all means, get hold of Tora or myself, and we would love to have you on again.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I
Sure.
look forward to next time.
Yes, ma'am. We do too. Take care, Signy.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, that was Signy, and she is on the Herndon Town Council as well as a member of the Rotary Club, and they work with Food for Neighbors as well. It sounds like Herndon's got their act together a little bit. Now I'm going to bring Tora back in because he's got someone else to introduce to us.
Right. So I'm very excited to introduce our next guest. Sierra Feathers is the general manager of Uno Pizzeria and Grill in Manassas. She's going to come on and talk about her work in the community and also how COVID is affecting the restaurant industry. So very excited to have her on.
All right. Well, there she is. Hi. How are you, Sierra?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Thank you. Mr. Tora, thank you very much for having Sierra calling and getting this arranged for us. I appreciate it. Okay, there he goes. Bye. How are you doing, Sierra?
I'm actually doing wonderful, wonderful. Business is business.
You don't have a bartender named Rama there, do you?
No, I do not.
Yeah, all right. No, my wife used to go to the one up here in to the Uno's up here in where was it, in Falls Church?
Falls Church, yep.
They had their absolute favorite bartender, and then he moved to another Uno's, and they followed him, and now they don't know where he is. So that's okay.
Yep, he's not with me, unfortunately.
He was great though. They loved him. So
I mean, I can ask the general manager over at that Uno's and see what they say.
Who knows? Who knows? They may come across Rama somewhere. He was a good man. Good man. Anyway, so how are you today? You doing okay?
Doing pretty good. It's been a little bit on the slower side today. So, but because of COVID, it's really affected our sales.
I know. How you guys doing as far as takeout's concerned?
Takeout is booming. We've actually instilled some new takeout deals. So we have a 2-person pizza and Pepsi deal where you get an appetizer, 2 pizzas, and on top of that, 2 drinks for $20. We have that. Oh yeah, it's a great deal, especially since our pizzas are normally $13. So that's just for the individual.
Tell me where you're located again.
We're in Manassas.
You're in Manassas. That's right. You said that. Sorry.
Yes, I'm the Manassas location. Yep.
Okay, good.
So,
do you have outdoor dining? Did you set up some stuff outside?
Oh yes, we even extended our patio out so then we have more room to seat guests. Everything is social distance. We actually went out there. Me and a couple of my servers went out there and had to figure out 6 feet, and we were like, well, there we go, measuring chair to chair, and so it's been actually very interesting.
Well, we had our doctor on, and I'm not going to put it on him, so I'm not going to say his name, but he was saying if you're outside, there's a huge difference between being inside and outside when it comes to the bacteria that cause COVID. And so here's the big key. The big key is length of time that you're in proximity with somebody on the outside when you're outside. If you're with somebody who has COVID for a decent amount of time, you could catch it. Otherwise, not likely. So that's a good news thing. And I haven't heard that broadcast. They're trying to keep that quiet, I guess. But it was one of our local hospitalists from one of the local hospitals in the area, and he said the biggest deal is if you're outside, you're in pretty good shape, but it's always a good idea to wear your mask. When you can. So, and the mask wearing is to protect others from you now. It used to be. Yes. I mean, I had a double lung transplant last year, so when I wear a mask, it's more to protect myself from you than it is for me, for you from me. So, but anyway, I know it's. No, do you guys have masks there that if someone's not wearing a mask, you say, "Here, I need you to put this on"?
So we don't. We are not enforcing. We have on our doors. It says that you need to wear a mask when you come in. But I cannot by law require them because HIPAA, I can't ask them if they have something wrong with them. But my whole staff, we wear masks 100% of the time. Right now, I'm not. I have actually my mask in front of me.
I saw you wearing it.
Yes, I was wearing it earlier. So, but no, I mean, 100% of the time, we're wearing masks. We're wearing gloves. We're sanitizing. So we've gone to the extreme of we put out hand sanitizer. We wipe down the pens. Every time somebody uses it, we actually wipe down our pens. The servers are doing that. They're actually wiping down doorknobs, everything that somebody can come in contact with. We're sanitizing every 30 minutes to make sure that it's done. Good.
I'll tell you something that we had a guest on who's actually a good friend of the show. His name is Tony Anzalone, and he owns Bianchi Carpets, and they do microbial fogging. And a lot of restaurants are doing it because it kills 99.9% of all bacteria, including the ones that cause COVID, and it's good for 90 days. So you come in and fog the restaurant. And I asked him, I said, so then after you fog it, you wipe down your countertops. And he goes, no, I don't recommend that at all. In fact, it's all natural stuff, so it can't hurt anybody. And the the layering of this fogging is what keeps the transmission of COVID. It kills anything that hits it for 90 days. So
that's awesome. That's actually, I don't know. I might have to look into that.
Who knows? Need to look into exactly. It's not a bad price. He's not gouging people. There's a lot of other people doing it too, and it's kind of expensive. But he's been busy doing like 20 places a day, and so he doesn't need to gouge. He's making plenty of money by giving a good price, and he thinks it's something that people need to be doing. So he's not trying to price anybody out of it. So anyway, but I'll throw Tony's name out there and let you know that. Give him a holla holla, or I can put you in touch with him. So
that'd be great. Yeah,
I'll tell you when we were talking about it, and from what the other restaurants have said, and he can almost guarantee, because the EPA says they can guarantee it. So that's not a bad idea. Every 90 days, a couple $100. That's not even that. I mean, I don't know how much. So don't hold me.
It's totally worth it, because we're serving guests. We're serving people on a daily basis. Not only, my staff, they put themselves on the line, but then also people are coming into the restaurant. So, anything that we can do as Uno's, we're trying to do as much as possible to stop the spread.
Yes. So sign you can put inside your door window, or the window that's near the door, that says, it gives the whole layout of what's been done in the restaurant, what it's done to protect them, your patrons, and what's done. Obviously, you just said a mouthful when you said it's there also to protect you and your employees as well, and them protected. And I'm going to tell you, they won't want to go outside. They're going to say, I'm safer inside than I am outside. Let me just stay here. So yeah, that's great. That's a great idea. So anyway, I'll put that on you, and you do it as you win. If you need, though, you can contact me if you need to get his information. Happy to send it to you. He's on Facebook.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Tony Anzalone. So Anthony.
That works.
And it's a family-run business, been going for 80 years or something. Long time.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so tell me about Uno's and what you guys been doing in the community.
So Uno's, we started in 1943, and we've been going strong since, And the thing about us is that we're the inventors of deep dish. We created deep dish. It is the pride and joy. We actually get fresh everything in. We make our dough by hand. We actually make we actually get in our cheese and we shred it. All of our vegetables we get locally, and we actually bring them in and cut them ourselves. Everything is done here in house. So I have very little food that's actually not processed, like that's processed out. So that's the best thing about us, is that you're going to get fresh ingredients. And on top of that, we have a staff that's just absolutely amazing. When COVID started, we work with one of the churches, the McLean Bible Church, and they were, trying to distribute out these boxes of food, and they were like, Sierra, we don't know what to do. And I was like, let me see if my staff knows anything. My staff jumped on it, and they actually went out into the community and started taking the boxes and taking it out into the community to distribute food to people who had lost their jobs or were on furlough and couldn't get food. Because that was the biggest thing.
Right.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing, And then when we also did, as a corporation, we actually did a pay it forward program. So you would put $10 on, and we would actually match that and do 2 meals. So in total, 4 meals would go out to a healthcare worker. So they would we would take them over to the hospitals, we would take them over, to the fire department, to police department, anyone who, any of those organizations that needed it. We were actually doing this pay it forward program.
Good deal.
So yeah, we do a lot of, my store specifically, we do a lot of community oriented stuff anyway. I'm very much about being a part of the community. We do, like for our kids events and stuff like that, we can't do it right now, but usually we're doing a touch a truck event right in August, actually, is when I usually do it. And that's usually, it's so kids can actually learn about trucks. They get their little identification card, they get an ID done by a Identikid, all of that's done. So we touch out into the, we also do what's called dough raisers, by the way. So that's our fundraiser. And I've raised money for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. I've done it for the Women's Council of Virginia. I did one, and it was for their domestic violence, initiative. So, we very much try to touch into the community and just give help to where it's needed, not just during COVID, but outside of COVID.
Sierra Satura Arsala wants to know if you guys are considering doing karaoke at Uno's.
We actually usually have karaoke. It's on Thursdays. It's every other Thursday, but as of right now, we had to postpone it because we are only allowed a certain amount of people.
And you don't allow anybody to sing Katy Perry songs either, do you?
No, it's mostly like Joan Jett and things like that. That's what you hear.
All right, Tor. Sorry, you're out of luck, pal. Anyway,
If you want to come in and sing Katy Perry, hey, if you can hit those high
Tor,
notes,
not
that's
me.
great.
I don't sing Tor. You know what I do? I sing songs like NSYNC's "Bye Bye Bye" as Bob Dylan. So
That's actually really awesome.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
I think the best thing I've ever heard is somebody sing "Heat of the Moment" by Asia.
By Asia.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, in the heat of the moment. Oh yeah.
Yes.
But see, the best thing to do is that's my thing. I want to do like all these different songs as Bob Dylan, and because he sounds like this, and you don't know that.
I know.
In the heat of the moment. So yeah,
It's the best thing.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing. I tell you, I'm gonna go do a whole round of. I'm gonna be a live single person. And I'm just gonna sing all my songs like Bob Dylan.
Well, then you'll just have to come down here and sing a bunch of karaoke songs.
There you go. I want to do. I just want to come visit you because you are so peppy. I love it. You're just a very happy gal. I love it. So I encourage everybody. Yeah, go see Sierra.
You really have to be, especially in this time. You have to be. I'm a military child, so I've moved around a lot. But, for me, I always was taught by my parents, just, love life for how it is. Exactly. And I very much, my staff on a daily basis, we live by that. We're just a ride or die staff together, and we take care of each other. When one of our bartenders, when his dad passed away from COVID, we jumped together and we raised money. And
one of your bartender's dads passed away from COVID?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it was very a trying and sad time. Yeah. And, we just rallied. And that's how my staff is. They rally not only around their guests, but around us, as managers.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to work in the pizza business, so I mean I'm pretty familiar with everything you guys do at Uno's. In fact we started doing deep dish, but not right away. Obviously, that came around the '80s when we started doing deep dish. But we had a pretty good deep dish, I have to tell you. It was pretty good.
You got to come try mine because I think it's the best.
No. I can speak highly of Uno's pizza. It's very good. Yeah,
it is some of the best pizza.
It is really good. I like it. Love your deep dish. It's really delicious. And like I said, my wife and her cronies from Luther Jackson Middle School, which was by the Falls Church Uno's. That was happy hour, baby. Rama was their favorite guy in the world, man. They used to go in there for happy hour, and it was a ball. And that's what people are missing. There a lot of people are missing that happy hour experience with people that you're used to knowing. The bartender, for instance, the guy who's there all the time. It's so important to pick the right guy to be in that position because, and one of our best guys, my partner actually is a master bartender, and he's actually a member of the Bartender Hall of Fame. One of these days, maybe he does a program called Fastest Bartender Competition, and I don't know why they couldn't do it at Uno's. They might have to do that at Uno's sometime. It's really big time fun stuff. So anyway, but Sierra, it's good to know you. We're going to have to come. Billy and I will run down and see you sometime here in the near future.
Please do. I would love it.
I would love to come down and see you guys and see how you run everything. We had when I worked in the pizza business, this first job I ever had. And by the time I was 18, I was running stores. So of course I could do that because I'm an old man now. And back in those days, I could be a whatever the hell it's called, alcohol manager. I forget.
Yeah, the bar manager.
Oh yeah, I could be in charge of the restaurant by myself because I was old enough to drink, and so therefore I could be on ABC manager. That's what I was looking for. I could be an ABC manager on duty. So so I was running stores by the time I was 18. And it was a good time. Good time. We had a lot of fun. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, the best pizza in town. Yeah, it was a good time. So anyway, so Sierra, you and I have a lot in common. I have to come down. We'll have to shoot the poop.
Definitely. Yeah. I would love that because I'm a talker. I lived up north for part of my life, so I know how to talk. So all the time.
Oh my gosh, we won't be able to get. No one else will get a word in edgewise if you and I start.
Oh Lord, yes.
All All right. Well, listen, I just want you to know we're so appreciative of all you're doing in your community. We
Thank
ask you to, you're an inspiration, and I want you guys to keep it going there at Uno's. My best to your bartender who lost his dad. That hurts my heart. That when people have been suffering from this disease, and hopefully we can get past this thing as soon as possible. So, but you guys are doing your job to keep us all happy, and I know you're just smiling and keeping everybody
just trying.
All right.
Well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, and allowing me to come on and talk about Uno. So
hey, no problem. Anytime you guys have some things going on, just give us a holler. We'll help you out. All right.
Oh, definitely, I will. Thank you.
All right, Sierra. Thank you, dear. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Sierra Feather, and let me see here. Hello to Carrie Crawford, one of my favorite people. Meg Southard, Clark Crawford, no relation. Tour Arsala, thank you guys all for tuning in, and all those who are watching right now. Don't forget to always like and share on the program. And you can watch us here on More Joy Media, Facebook page, More Joy Media, or More Joy Radio. And you can always listen to More Joy Radio. I'm going to have to talk to Sierra about getting More Joy Radio pumped into Uno's so you guys can hear it on a regular basis. God bless you all. Have a great day. It's my pleasure to say peace and all the good things. And if Sierra holds on, we can talk off the air. Thank you, guys. Peace out to you.
Feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I'm only saying that it feels right.